What's up, my Vibe Tribe? This is CaraSeen here. I'm your personal reader, and this is the Absolute Tarot channel. Now, today we have a really unique pick a card reading. It's something that I think we've all kind of been, it's all happened to us at one point in time or another, and it is, why did they ghost you? So we're going to have a little look-see and divulge into the reason why. And then we're going to look also into little maybe actions, a little bit intention as well. What's their intention with you? What's their plan of attack? What's their plan of action? So we'll have a little look-see into a why, and then maybe let's see if something's going to be happening out of that, and we'll have a peek into that. I'm introducing my Whispers of Romance tarot deck here that I personally made myself as well. We're going to be using those today, as well as Oracle and Tarot cards as well. But I've really been enjoying the Whispers of Romance cards, and their clarity and insight has been quite intriguing, quite interesting. I'm loving it. I just wanted to also point out down below in the description, I have a link to my Etsy website, and there you can book yourself a private reading with me. I got 4 packages for you to choose from, and you can choose from what best suits your needs for questions or overall general reading, love, life, career as well. Advice and clarity. Well, thank you. And what we're going to do next, I'm going to flick down the camera, and you can choose from pile number 1, 2, or 3, and we'll find out what best suits for you. I'll see you there. Okay, we have 3 piles here to choose from for you. And the 3 different piles here, I'd like you to just pause this for a moment. Stop it, meditate on it, see what's the best, do whatever you dig on, but make sure you just don't just pick the same pile every single time or the same stone. That's why I try to use different stones to see which ones resonate with you most. Now, you can also grab a pendulum, and you could also use that and dowse or yourself, see which one is best for you. Either way, make sure you don't choose the same one. Now, the first one we have here to choose is a dragon stone, scale stone. We have a red geode teardrop. And I have a jasper stone here as well. So we have the dragon stone, pile number 1, teardrop, pile number 2, and jasper stone, pile number 3. So again, you can ponder on it, you can pause, meditate on it, but either way, always know that timestamps are always down below. And there you're going to find me in just a moment, and I'll meet you right there. Hello, pile number 1. All right, this one is for you. We have this gorgeous, I love how the light's catching it right now. This gorgeous dragon scale stone. I got that at the bottom of Whistler, actually just outside of Vancouver, BC, at a really cool rock shop there. Well, today's reading is going to be about possibly closure, okay? This is whether it's going to give you a little possibly insight, whether you can decide to stay or move on, or just go, oh, aha moment, or just time to let it go. And now you understand. So we shall find out here. Now, at the end of this, too, with our oracles, we are going to check out a little action and intention, like I said in my intro. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a little oracle, whispers of romance, and then a little angel romance messages. We'll find out what the heck their intention is, or if they intent to decide to do anything at all. So we have the first card here is the Magician card. And then the Magician card here, he's got all the elements at his fingertips. Man, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got all 4, earth, air, fire, water. The Magician is about being focused, okay? It's about creativity. It's about turning visions into reality. At the same time, what I'm feeling here is they're very, very, very focused right now. One of the reasons why they may have pulled back from you is they could be simply very busy. Focused on at work, focused on family, focused on home. There could be something going on. There could be someone not feeling good, someone is sick or ill. Their mind is elsewhere. I find them very, very focused right now. And they have pulled back from you. Now we have the Moon card here. And this This is an interesting one here too, because the moon is sometimes an unforeseen problems. This is sometimes some involuntary changes, what's happening here. The moon card represents the Pisces energy as well. That's some water energy that's need of flow, that's need of healing. Now we have the Knight of Cups here. Now the Knight of Cups here is in reverse, and this is some water energy again. This is Cancer. This is a little bit of Scorpio and Pisces as well. Now this is someone who's in reverse, so this is, I'm feeling unrealistic expectations. They may not have been completely clear on maybe how they thought of you when they were dating. Maybe they thought it was more casual than you were led on to believe. Unrealistic expectations, I think more side, maybe not necessarily on your side, possibly, but I think they weren't just as clear as what they thought the relationship was meant to be. We got the Hangman here straight up, and this is about getting a different perspective here. This is being wise and enlightened as well. Now the Hangman here, I'm feeling getting a different perspective on the thing is you got to look at it from a different situation. I'm finding they are very, very intent on something right now. There's something that they're very, very, very focused on here. We got the Four of Wands. Now the Four of Wands is like a celebration card, but it really really represents family and friends too. So again, there could be focused intentions on what's going on here with family, with something going on with a dear friend. We do have the Moon card here with the coyote and the dog howling at the moon. That could represent we're together with someone right now as well. Let's find out here. I'm not going to jump ahead too far and say they're in another relationship. I just say they're very focused on something. It could even be career. Something that is really taking a lot of their energy away from you. Now the Nine of Wands here, I see this here as well. And this is some protection here. This is maintaining boundaries, okay? This is really keeping that wall up, I'm feeling, around themselves. The moon also has some towers here as well, some lookout points too, right? Where they need to look out across the land. There's a little bit of making sure something's at their back. Something that they're not quite telling you, I feel. Something that they're holding back from you, as I'm feeling with the Nine of Wands. Now we're going to rock into the Whispers of Romance card. Mwah. Now the first card we get is I'm working on myself with love and light. There's something there. That is awesome. That's a really cool person you're dealing with. They're working on themselves with love and light. They're bringing the goodness within, you know, but I'm really feeling they're quite focused about it still. Trust your intuition and your instinct when it comes to the Moon card as well. Our next card we have here is Whispers, with the Whispers of Romance, is family is my priority right now. There it is. So someone in their family that they really need to be having their full undivided attention on. And the next card we have is give me time to think. I need space right now. And that's okay too. Sometimes we just got to pull back a little bit and have just a little less worries on why they pulled back. During this isolation time, especially if some of us are off work right now, we have, whether we keep busy or not, we still have a lot more time on our hands to constantly check our phone, right? Constantly check our messages on Facebook. And looking for messages and looking for that little dopamine release when we, oh, I got another message, you know, I got another message from them. That's so exciting. Pull back a little bit. We don't want to be seeming a little clingy or needy here as well. And I think sometimes it's good to just put down the phone for a couple hours and walk away. Part of getting a text message is actually a dopamine release. It's like a little, whoo, it's a release of pleasure. And when you're not getting that pleasure, you're starting to go down and then you start looking for that. So when you're not getting that pleasure release, you're going to constantly keep looking more. Now I want to be straight with you is our next card that we pull here. They're going to be straight with you. I hope so, because they ghosted you. They want to be straight with you. What do they want to be straight with you with? The next card here is career and finances are an influence right now. And we have family as our priority. Whoop, they're jumping everywhere. They're slippery. Just got the deck in, so they're still like super slippery and awesome. Career and finances are influence right now, and families are priority. So that's a big wake up. So I don't think it has anything to do with you at all. Why they've ghosted you. Anybody that ghosts anybody is, I'm sorry, is an asshole. For whatever reason. Because even if someone's sick or something in the hospital, you're like, I am sorry, quick text messages, something's gone down in my life, super busy, sorry, can't talk. I'll text you soon. That takes 10 seconds, 11 seconds, not even. I was watching that, 3 seconds to do. So there's no really any excuse to not somebody could text message. So yes, they have a lot going on right now. We have letters of memories. I do love the text messages and stuff that you've sent and the closeness you've been together. But the next card here can't be any more obvious. It says, I need to be alone for a while. And that is fine. Give him some time. Give him some space. And our last card here to do with the whispers of romance here is, I need healing. Working on myself with love and light isn't always just an amazing thing. And it's like, oh, wow, they're doing an evolution. They're changing. That's pretty cool. But you know what? Sometimes we just need that space and time to heal. Whatever family dealings they have going on or issues they have happening right now, it's not your business. And if it was, they would tell you and they would ask for advice, or they just need someone to talk to. But right now, it's not your concern. And I don't mean that in a rude way whatsoever. It's just simply, it's not on their list to talk to you about at this moment in time. Whether they feel they need to hold it back, you know, and we have that 9 of Wands, there's some walls here. Some people just like to deal with things on their own first. Then they talk to you, then they go to the next level and they talk to you, maybe advice and clarity with you, or something that someone they need to talk to. You know, I totally encourage my daughter to see someone at school, the counselors, to talk to. She needs to talk to them before talking to me, and she was quite surprised. She thought I'd be jealous. We just had this talk yesterday, actually. And she thought I'd be kind of jealous, or, you know, like, oh, are you talking to them before me? And I'm like, no, that's great, because what if you had to talk to me about something and you didn't know how to do it, and and she has this wonderful teacher's aide that she can talk to about this and get clarity and advice, and then come talk to me. And it's just takes a tribe to raise a child, right? So that's totally cool. Give them some time. They need some healing. I don't feel they've pulled back for reasons, again, that is your fault or lack thereof. I would like you to know this is nothing that you have done wrong, okay? Looking into, now I'd like you to just kind of face reality on the situation and know that it's not something that you've done wrong. Okay, just looking at the cards here, I would really like you to avoid some self-blame and any worries that you've had, okay? Because this is on them. And they are working on themselves. And if it is, you know, some people don't really want to tell someone, they don't want you to see anything less of them in the spotlight. So if they have some trials and tribulations they're going through, they don't want you to see that. They don't want you to know that they're anything less superhuman in the pedestal that, you know, they could be on. Sometimes we just don't want a new beau or new lass, you know, new love, to know that we could be a little bit vulnerable, you know. So let's have a look at some actions and intentions here. We have 4 angel romance cards here. Now, the first one I pick up is healing family issues. My goodness. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Working on yourself with love and light. Family is a priority. Focused intentions. It's a good person. They can't give themselves up to you fully unless they are fully 110% themselves. I kind of find that respectful in a sense that it's good that they're working on themselves before they're going to give everything and all up to you. At the same time, ghosting you is still rude. But at least now we have a little clarity and find out what's going on. They have some healing of family issues. I'm not sure if to do with their parents or not, and their family, or what's shaken in here, but we have a lot of forgiving and learning here. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Forgiving and learning. There's some more messages coming in here. Actions, intentions. Actions, they're really working on themselves. They're really, really, really looking within, and they're taking the time to do that. Intentions with you, I don't see that foreseeable right now at all. They are completely focused on what they need to be doing themselves, and you have to respect that, and you have to honor that. The situation is calling for you to have faith, and we got the trust card. Trusting that this is unfolding, this is what they need. If they are not doing very well or having a lot of drama in their life, you don't want to be a part of that, especially if you're new. You really don't. Oh, I can be there for them. You know, the divine feminine would always say, I can be there and I can support. But you're going to get rocked into the drama, and they are respecting that. We got the next card here is retreat. It is time to disconnect from the world. They're doing that. I missed one card. I missed one card. How did I miss that one? Okay, I missed one Whispers of Romance card, and it says, I don't feel ready for physical intimacy. And again, we have to honor that. Male or female. Going back to the retreat card, this is a retreat within themselves. And again, we're retreating back into the forest. I see here down the path, going at time, you can hear the birds sing, and you can hear the trees sing, you can hear the branches knock. It just needs a time for reflection, and you need a time to honor that. I think this is a time that's going to allow you to move on, or you to wait to see if you want to wait for this. It's up to you. I would try communicating one more time. If there's nothing back and they've ghosted you, that's your answer. And it is time for you to move on, and you to be healthy, and you to make sure that you can find someone that's going to balance and also be involved with you. Okay? Now, these readings may not be always the reasons of the most positive readings here and there, but I really have to give this person, asshole for ghosting, but I have to give them a lot of respect. That they're really focused on themselves, and they're going to do that before they can move on to any other stage of their life. Another stage of their life would be into a physical relationship. So I just want to say thanks so much for hanging out with me. Just a short reading for today. And throw me down what pile that you picked and what country that you're from. And say if this resonates with you or not. Show me a little like down, and thanks for hanging out with me again. Take care. Pile number 2, this one's for you. All right, so we're going to start off with a little tarot here, then go into Whispers of Romance, and then we're going to have a little action or intention from this person, from some additional oracle as well. So starting off, we have here is the Death card in reverse. Now, let's just remember that this could give us insight, it could give us closure, it could give you a choice and action that you'd like to do. So with this reading, you never know what's going to come up, okay? We have the Death card here in reverse. That starts off with some Scorpio energy here. This is stagnation. This is feeling stuck. Sometimes this could be your hope is in the pooper. You know, your hope is feeling a little let down, you know, and things are changing. We got the Two of Coins here in reverse, the Two of Pentacles here. And that one here in reverse is some earth physical energy here. This is Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn energy. This is an ability to commit. What this represents. This is also represents feeling very struggled and overwhelmed in this situation. It's interesting there when we're dealing with that, but inability to commit, and you want to have a commitment with this person. We'll have to indulge in here and look into a little bit more with the cards and find out what's hindering their commitment with you, okay? The next we have is the King of Wands here in reverse. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This also represents not yet ready. It could represent some sexual issues as well, some sexual problems. But I feel this is more not yet ready. This is inability to commit. The sexual problems I see with one but maybe not the other, or having maybe some insecurities more within themselves. Not saying they have problems in the bed department. I'm just saying there's some insecurities happening here, which could be the cause of some of this commitment issues as well. We have the Knight of Swords straight up here, shaking in here. And the Knight of Swords here is a fast-talking person. This also could be a lifestyle change. This fast-talking person I'm feeling is telling you one thing, but maybe meaning something else. I have a feeling they're telling something to someone. and telling someone so totally different with the other one. I don't feel honesty here. The Six of Coins here, and there's a bit of an exchange here going on. This is them giving and receiving some help. This is also the generosity card, but with the generosity card, they're giving to one person but not the other. And there's two people in the picture. It's a different deck. This is the Ink Tuition deck, kind of a tattoo style deck. But the Rider-Waite deck, there in the symbolism, he's giving to one and he's holding the scales in the other. And he's giving the coins to one beggar but not to the other. So it shows, and we're supposed to say generosity, but why is he giving one and totally leaving the other one in the dark? And I'm feeling this with this card right now. It's an exchange. They're asking for some help. They're asking for a certain side per se, but one person's not receiving. Is it you or is it someone else they're dealing with? Is it them? Let's find out. We have the Four of Cups here. And the Four of Cups here is feeling unfulfilled. There's an empathy here. This is water energy. This is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. This is a physical. This is emotional. We're going to go to the Whispers of Romance here, and I think we need to get into now a clarity. Okay, and then we're going to get into with action and intention with this person. But let's find out a little clarity here with them. The first card we have here, let me just move this here. You are the light when I'm in the dark. They care about you. Seems like they're going through some hard times, and when they think of you, it lightens their path, it lightens their way. That's a cool thing to see. It's a really cool card to get. But they are going through some dark times, are they? Why are they in the dark? Why are they feeling in the dark? They should be feeling happy when they're with you. The next card we have here is I'm waiting for the right time. Waiting for the right time to talk to you, to message you, to let you know what's going on. Let's find out. What are they waiting the right time for? The next card we have here is stalking problems. I'm getting watched closely. I feel they may be in a karmic relationship, my friend. I feel that they are getting out of a relationship or still in one. I think this person that is stalking them, they know them quite well. The next card we get here is I can't imagine life without you in it. And that's right under you are the light when I'm in the dark. That's a beautiful card to get. I can't imagine life without you in it. That's gorgeous. That's really, really cool to have. Seems like that person is there. Are they worth waiting for? It's something for you to decide. The next card we have here is I'm trying to leave. Now, I'm trying to leave, and stalking problems, I'm getting watched closely. There was my intuition. They could be in a relationship right now they may not have told you about. Trying to leave, they can't imagine new life without it. The next card right next to it is I'm feeling trapped. And I'm feeling trapped is right under stalking problems. I'm getting watched closely. They're in a situation that's hard to get out of. Our next card here is I'm stuck. Oh my gosh. The next card we have here is I'm stuck in a toxic relationship. Male or female, masculine, divine feminine, it doesn't matter. It can happen to us all. You know, and we found each other. You may have met each other at work related or online or just someone to reach out as a friend, and your friendship grew into something else. And I see that here. We have friendship is key first. And that is a very important relationship. You guys may have just become friends first before you started falling in like with each other. The last card we get here is I can't leave yet. And that's all in a line with I'm feeling trapped. I'm stuck in a toxic relationship, stalking problems. They're being watched. I don't know. I don't think the other person is really not knowing what's going on here. They're wondering what's curiosity, maybe curious about you. There may not be complete honesty in this relationship with you and this person. I think what I'm feeling here more is I think they're feeling ashamed. I think they may have been in one relationship and discovered you and feeling stuck that they can't get out of it. And there's shame reason why they have ghosted you. Well, one, ghosting anybody is an asshole move. It's cowardly. It can be influenced by factors, yeah, but it's cowardly. It's non-confrontational, so you don't have to confront. I think they're feeling a little shamed. They can't imagine life without you in it, though. Is there something that you want to wait? Let's go into a little action or intention here from this person here with the romance or oracle now, and we'll see what we have here. I'm really feeling this person here. No, I'm not gonna. Let me go ahead here. Okay. Yeah, the first card that I pull is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Like, is this someone you want to wait for? And maybe you've kind of felt this in your heart all along. Maybe why they're in. They can only see you on, only see you on certain days, or you only hear from them at certain times of the day. Red flags are banging you on the head pretty hard, my friend. I'm feeling a little low self-esteem here, this person here. Especially with the King of Wands here in reverse. With the sexual problems, I'm feeling low self-esteem. They're trying to avoid criticism. Their lack of boundaries have really upset and hurt you. You're feeling a hurt, and I can see it. And this is on them. It's not on you. I need you to know what I'm seeing here. The reason why they've ghosted you has nothing to do with you. Same thing as pile one. We discovered there too. It was nothing to do with that person at all. And I'm feeling this with here. This is on them. The King of Wands also in reverse shows a sign of weakness. He's like the badassery of all the kings, and when he's in reverse, it's weak, man. That's weak. The non-confrontational, that passion of flames is down. It's inside out. I need you to avoid self-blame on this, okay, and know that this is really, just want you to know that this is on them totally. So the next card that we have here is wedding. This has to do with a marriage. This person may be in a wedding and a marriage, or not in a wedding, maybe in a marriage right now. Is that something you want to get into? No matter what they say, is they're going to be, they're feeling trapped. Their stalking problems is probably their Mrs. or Mr. Seeing what they're doing. They're waiting for the right time. You are the light within the dark. They're saying friendship is key first, but if they can't, they're not ready. Why would you want to wait for something like that? Why do you need to put your life on hold for someone else's messy, dramatic life? We have unrecruited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And I'm feeling that with the karmic relationship that they are in. Their actions, they need a separation involved. They're not moving on and not moving outward. I think they're going to be in that relationship for a while, even though they don't have a bond anymore. They don't share the love. They are feeling trapped. They are feeling moved. It could involve children. I'm not sure. When that involves children, that's hard too. And involves a house, finances, it's hard. You get stuck. And that's what the death card was about, was stagnant, feeling stuck, right? Feeling stuck. There's the feeling trapped card that's coming up. Our next card here is separation. Holy snap. This is like the heaviest out of all the cards here to get. This is time apart from your partner is on the horizon. This is for them that needs to be. There is a separation going to be happening within their marriage, but then you're going to have like the divorce dealings, and then the prom scenes, and then the drama after leaving. Is this something you want to deal with? Is this something you want to wait for? This is something that you need to decide on, Yacht. I can't help you out with this. I can only read you the cards, and you can make your own decision here today. I am going to finish on the note. Red flags are cautioning you. Okay, there's red flags. This person is in a karmic relationship. They are in a marriage. They want to get out. There's not the share of love there. There is a separation in their future. It is happening. There is unrecruited love. Like it's not there for them, but they just can't leave yet. If this is this person that you wish to stay friends with, and have that friendship and don't lose that friendship, I honor you for that. But you have to remember, this is a married person until they are separated, until you have that time together. Now I'm understanding the Six of Coins, when he was giving to one but not the other. So he's able to, can he give to you but not their significant other? Something to think about. I want you to have the Knight of Swords energy, okay, and communicate your needs and communicate. Is this something that you ever going to deal with, or something they need to keep you posted about? But I just want to say today was just a short reading, and it's just a short little fun one, and I want to say thanks so very much for hanging out with me. It's been an honor and a pleasure hanging out with you. Throw me down what pile that you picked and what country that you're from. Thanks so much for hanging out with me again, and have a kick-ass day. All right, pile number 3. This one's for you. We have the Jasper. And this one we're going to do today is we're going to start off with a little tarot here. And we're going to have to see what's kind of shaking in with their feelings, their thoughts, what's possibly what's going on internally. Then we're going to look into the whispers of romance. And we're going to look into a clarity. And then I have here also the Angel Oracle. And we're going to look into their action or intention. This could possibly give you closure today. It could help you decide on an action that you want to take, whether you choose to wait or not or move on. So we're going to have some easy reading here today, okay? We're going to take her easy. Starting off with the Nine of Cups, we do have this in reverse. Now the Nine of Cups here is about kind of some laziness and looking for quick results. Not quite sure why that's the feeling of the day for that one, starting off with just feeling some stagnant here, some hold back a little bit. Knave of Swords here is also in reverse, and this was interesting. This is also feeling a little weak here. This person's feeling weak. Sometimes this also represents bad news as well. The Knave of Swords is some air energy, and the cups being water energy as well. Water is giving out our emotion, you know, our Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces energy, and the sword energy is about communication. It's intellect, okay? It's, you're going to be dealing with very, very much an air energy and air surrounding of throat chakra of communication here. So dealing with this, of feeling someone's feeling a little weak, they're not communicating what they need to for their needs, what they're communicating, what's happening, they're keeping a lot of things inside. Now I see that with the Judgment card also being in reverse, this also could tell us about judgment and a denial here, an error in judgment. This also represents feeling weak as well. It also represents fearing change. Fearing change with you? I don't think so. Fearing change with something that's going on in their life? I think so. So I don't feel the fearing of change of a new relationship. This has to do why they're pulling back. I feel something else is stirring up here, and because with this one, with them feeling weak themselves, you know, you may not see them that way, that they might just be hard on themselves that way. Let's look into it a bit more. We have the Ten of Burdens here in reverse, the Ten of Wands. So the tens are a completion. This is taking a break and finally saying no. This is like lightening up the load kind of thing. The burdens are kind of letting go of the burdens, you know. Lightening up the load, lightening up the load. We got the Nine of Coins here as well. She willikers. Nine of Coins is cool. This is a prosperity card. This is some self-sufficiency here as well. This can be some working within themselves too, working within themselves as well. We have the Seven of Cups here shaking in here in reverse. Now when that's in reverse, that's about illusion is ending, okay? We have a stored sense of clarity coming in. So being with the prosperity card here next to some illusion coming into, that's interesting. That's some more water energy here. That's some more emotions. I'm feeling heavy emotions with this person. With the Ten of Wands being actually the Ten of the Burdens card here, and letting go of some internal emotions here and dealing with self-sufficiency. I think that you guys may be a little bit new into the relationship when it comes to emotional things wise. And the reason why I'm feeling this right now is that when we're kind of in the beginning of a new relationship, we don't want that person to know that we're not on a pedestal and absolutely amazing. So they could be hiding back some of their internal pains and there's some internal burdens as well. and just keeping them for that to themselves and really, really trying to deal with themselves because they don't want you to think any less of them. Okay. And I'm looking at one card here today, and right next to that, I have to read the other one first, but the one card that's popping out, if you knew my dark past, would you still want me? And that's with the whispers of romance. So they are going through something internally, and that's why we have the Ten of Wands here. Now we have, I'm feeling confused about this situation. And I don't think it's fully confusion for why they're pulling back. I feel that they're a little depressed and overwhelmed with the situation here. Some people can hide their depression for a while. And especially when we're new into relationship, we can hide. But when they ghost us and pull back, it's like they don't want you to know what's really happening. They don't want you to see them out of the spotlight. And I like this card right next to, if you knew my dark past, would you still want me? And I just heard you say yes, of course. Absolutely. And it's when you care about this person, you will accept them for everything, right? And the past is in the past. And the past also created this person who you know now. Now I want to say I love you, but is our next card. I want to say I love you, but ... What's holding them back? They do care about you. They do love you. The warmth is there. But our next card here we have is I'm not in a good place mentally. So they're hurting. They're carrying around that Ten of Wands right now. They're releasing it right now. They are finally saying no. They are working within themselves. This person could be worth waiting for. They're working on themselves and they're doing very well, and it's happening now. This is not a future reading. This is a now reading. What is happening in their own psyche, their own emotional. And they have the Ten of Wands, and that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. That's some fiery energy, some passion energy that they're tapping into to help them get forward, okay? The next card here we have is I'm scared to love again. I want to say I love you, but I'm scared to love again. I want to say I love you, but I'm not in a good place mentally. So maybe where they are, if they are dealing with depression issues. Now, depression is a chemically as well. It could be even triggered by the seasons. It can be triggered by too many clouds tuning around. I'm from Vancouver Island in British Columbia in Canada. And Vancouver Island is a lot like Japan, or when it comes to New Zealand, we do get a lot of rain for our winter time. We get snow too, but it's unusual, and it usually gets rained on and melts away by the end of the day. But we get really, really affected by seasonal depression. Time January and February, especially February rolls around. We've had clouded skies and no blue skies for so long. Everyone is pissy. Everyone is down the dump. Everyone's slumped lower. Like, it's hard. Seasonal depression can affect someone. So I don't think you need to have any self-blame at all. Don't blame anything a part of this on you. Our next card that we have here is something I need to share with you for sure. And it says, I wish I can go back and change things. And that's the card that's right underneath. I want to say I love you, but they're scared to love again. They do love you very much. They want to go back and change things. They made mistakes, and it has to do with some of their mental health. Now, the next card I see here is letters of love. Maybe the letters that you've written them, they've cherished and kept. They've kept all the emails you've sent them and all the screenshots and the pictures you've sent them, text messages. They may be a poet as well. They may be someone who just likes to write, maybe you and maybe them. I'm feeling letters of love here. There's one of you that likes to write. If it's not you, they may be writing letters that you're unaware of. They may just be expressing themselves that way too, and getting through their hell in their mind through writing. You know, letters of love and thinking about you and writing you beautiful things is something that could be on their mind. The next card we get is I'm going through dark times. So this is a message to you, okay? And now before I can explain this, I'm going to read the next card, and it says, I fear you don't want me. I feel insecure. And we also have, if you knew my dark past, would you still want me? And I'm feeling confused about the situation. So now we have a bigger picture that's been painted. The feeling of insecure, mental health, seasonal depression, or dealing depression from work-related high anxiety, something that is coming in. They're feeling confused about the situation and what's in relation with you. They've gone through some hell and they do still care about you, and they're curious, would you still want them? They're feeling insecure that you don't want them. They're pulling back before you can pull back, is what they're feeling. Now we're going to pull some angel romance here. And the first one is, okay, this is action and intention, okay? This is going to be what they would like to do or what's on their mind, okay? Now, worth waiting for is the first card we pull. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Wait for them, my love. Deal with them. They also need to make a little effort as well, okay? They need to show you a little bit of effort to give you a little bit of carrot for the end of that pony, okay? Because you can't just wait around forever without not knowing what's going on. The next card that we have is flirt. And it says, extend your lightheartedness energy to others. Now, if there's no flirting going on, sometimes the people are going to pull back, aren't they? They need to flirt a little too. They got to get their flirt on, but sometimes it's hard when we're in the pit and we can't express ourselves what we need to do. I think you could flirt with them a little bit. Just give them a little reassurance, okay? Let them know, say, hey, sexy, good morning. Good morning, handsome. Good morning, beautiful. You know, just give a little bit of, just let them know. The next card that I pull for them is you deserve love. And it says you are lovable. They absolutely do. They wish they can go back and change things. They want to say I love you. They are feeling a little insecure and confused. Yes, they're not in a good pace mentally, but they're working on themselves with the 9 of Pentacles here. The 7 of Cups here, also in reverse, is sometimes a saying this is a restored sense of awesomeness that's coming in as well. Releasing those burdens of the 10 of Wands here, that makes me really happy to see, okay? The last card that we get for them is safe for you to love. They've come out from behind the walls of the castle I see here. There's little angels flying around them. There's a knight next to the princess on the horse, and she's outside the walls. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of them all. If they're willing to give and share, then they're able to share the love that you have for them and what's coming for them. You have an abundance of love for them. They have an abundance of love for you. They are worth waiting for. This is someone that you're going to have to decide whether you're going to choose to wait and how long. They do care about you. I feel both of you need to get your flirt on with the card. Need a little reassurance. If you could try a little bit more, reassure them that, because they have little insecurities. We all do. So don't judge them that they're weak, because we all have their insecurities. That means they just really, really care about you and care about what you have to think, which is super rad to see, right? Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed this reading. I think we've really dug into what's happening here. And get your flirt on with them a little bit. Reassure them a little bit. They're worth waiting for. And they're just going through some dark times at the moment here. And I feel they're going to be pulling out of it very, very soon. Very, very soon, okay? They're just going through some tough times right now. Be there for them as a friend. And not just a love right now, but be there as a friendship. Just put out the, hey, how you doing today? Just sending love and light to you and yours. You know, just send it light. If you knew they were dealing with something, just sending love and light to you and your family. Just something light that way. And that way it's not pushy and invasive, and they can choose to make the contact next. Well, thank you so very much for hanging out with me. It's been an honor and a pleasure. And throw me down a little like and subscribe. Let me know that you're there. Tell me what pile that you picked and what country that you're from. And don't forget, down in the description down below, I have a link to my Etsy website. And there you can find about 4 packages to choose from. And there you can book a private reading with me and we can have some fun together. Well, thank you so very much for your time. Take care.